It's... Whoa! We're extra live today. Oh man, good to see everybody. How we doing? It's so live. Dude, this shirt is too big. It's both too small and too big. Honestly, I kind of like how fucked up this shirt is. Maybe I should just get perpetually worse white button-ups. So they're just kind of frilling out over my neck. It's good to see everyone. Are we extra sleazy today? I mean, maybe. Maybe I always am. Welcome to the still new to me, glorious, barely informed news studios. So many screens in here. More screens than you could put all the news on. Good to see everyone. Huey Kuehler, Daggett on Twitch, Thundercast, Greg TU, Tasty Zero, John Michael. I'm earlier today. John Michael, I saw you've already summoned the Rogans back into our reality, for better or worse. There's not a Swift sex tape, but apparently it's somehow a controversy that some douchey bro podcast made a sex tape joke. I just saw that pop up in my Twitter feed. Maybe it's not news, but it seemed like it was getting coverage by all of the usual sleazy places. So I thought, hey, we already talked Taylor Swift. Why not talk about it again? Speaking of, now there's no transition there. I'm just earlier than I usually am. Gonna somehow try to tie that to a sex tape joke. I don't know why. I'm gonna try to start streaming at 11, but again, I'm just so all over the place. Who knows? I also kind of feel weird streaming at the same time as Kasim, because I don't want to pull from his viewers. Not that I would necessarily, but you know, maybe I'll end up doing it at like noon. I don't really know what time Kasim usually stops. But my life would be so much easier if I streamed in the morning than right before like 6. I've decided that I'm going to try to stream in the morning when I can. Maybe I should just do real early, like 9. Oh, we're all just going to condense around noon, and then there'll just be all 3 of us at once. I could do earlier. I could do like 9 o'clock. That would honestly just put a lot of runway on my day for all the other things I have to do. Exactly, call me Aurelius. We just start trying to fuse back into one stream. A 3-headed beast. Junk Dog, Gearless Joe, Nomad, good to see ya. Should we check in with our producer? I wonder how they're doing today. Oh my god, we've already got an expert to go to as well. We're loaded up today. You ready for this big day of news? News producer, aka Fiona's dog.
I mean, I guess I'm as ready as I ever am.
I mean, you always do a good job, man. You're too hard on yourself.
I'm just, I'm like a perfectionist if a perfectionist had no idea what the job they were doing was, and was just kind of sitting there all day. So I guess I'm like a perfectionist, is what I've decided.
Nice. Did Fiona's dog get the emergency alert text? Oh yeah, what was that about? Should I look that up really quick? Los Angeles emergency, what was it, weather alert? Oh, they're just testing it. Oh, that was the whole testing thing. I read about that and immediately forgot about it, which is why I'm unwarnable. Someone could walk up to me and be like, don't go outside today, it's raining acid. And I'd walk outside, and as I was melting, be like, huh? FEMA testing. Unacceptable. They should be able to nail it first try. We're all zombies now? Hey man, maybe we already were, you know? Maybe in a way, like, we kind of all are. Just like zombies in this consumerist culture, man, you know? Whoa, send nudes alert. This Taylor Swift sex tape stuff, though, that I put also in my headline. Thank you so much, Sponge the Reaper. Yes, sex tape is the ultimate catchphrase to just, your eye will go to it. So even though I suspect that this is a complete non-story, I did see it on Twitter and I did immediately pause my scroll. So maybe I should just put sex tape on everything I make, even if it's not completely unrelated. cipher sex tape. 8-minute butthole wrap sex tape. That's actually kind of close for what it is. Why do I have so many alerts? Guys, I get too many emails. The problem with working a bunch of different contract jobs is you just get so many emails and weird slacks. I do close Slack for this stream though. Anyway, Sponge3Wafer, thanks so much for the sub. 7 months. A lot of people are about to hit 12. But I mean, even following me for 7 months blows my mind. Maybe I'll keep doing this, guys. Maybe someday I'll be like, 5 years? Remember when I looked young? Before I aged rapidly for 5 years? Well, young. I wear weird slacks. Kind of. I honestly could use a whole wardrobe overhaul. My size has changed too many times. But I think I'm settling into just a general dad body that I'm likely to keep. Although I've also started working out, so now my chest is growing. I'm getting huge chest, guys. If I start working out my chest, I get vivacious instantly. And I can already tell some of my shit's fitting tighter in the chest. Pretty soon I'll be sitting here and it'll look like it'll just be all chest. Buy bigger t-shirts. I could go 2XL. I've always been an XL guy, but maybe it's time to just admit that I'm in a 2XL zone. Whoa, first time chatter, nice. Young Birdman, good to see you. Have I ever had a grilled cheese, extra mayo, and horseradish? That sounds good. I've had mayonnaise. Because a lot of those places that make like, they're just like, fuck you, it's unhealthy kind of grilled cheeses, which I like. They'll throw some mayonnaise on that bread. I guess that's a pretty common thing with grilled cheese. But horseradish, that sounds pretty next level. That's right up my alley too. I like horseradish on many things. Kendall doesn't. Oh, also, Kendall, you don't like horseradish, right? Apparently I just lied to you. But then I got that steak horseradish and you didn't want any. Oh, so you thought it was expired. Maybe it was. I did throw it away. Well, it wasn't expired at the time, but now it is.
He ate it and it was expired.
Oh my god, she's fucking dissolving. It's horrible. Oh no. Also, if anyone has an in on Disney tickets, I post.
Do anyone at Disneyland that can help us get a discount on tickets?
Kendall's trying to make Disney content.
Case wants to stream at Disney.
And I apparently want to stream at Disney.
That's a lie, but you know.
I mean, whatever. I'll stream at Disney.
It's
Why
something you
not?
can do.
I got a phone. I might get a new phone.
I gotta go.
Oh, she's out of here. Okay, look. This is a news show. I'm barely talking about the news. I promised Taylor Swift sex tape shenanigans. Where was this Taylor Swift story? Yeah. Rachel Zegler I don't even know who that is. Guys, I am in fact not very well informed, it turns out. I don't know who Rachel Zegler is. But she's defending Taylor Swift against these vicious sex tape. Not allegations, I guess just jokes. Let's break it down. Also, I have a new news correspondent who's insisted that I use him as much as possible at the top of the show to try to restore credibility to this network. I don't know what he's talking about. I mean, look at this. We're oozing credibility as far as I'm concerned. But fine, if he thinks he's the man for the job, then I'll start the stream with Jeff Ripple. Jeff, how you doing? Well, it's good to be here. It's good to see everyone. Another day of important news happening all over the country. Huey Kuehler, good to see you. Greg to you. I'm getting used to this. I'm used to traditional media, where we take things seriously. The teleprompter's appropriately angled so I can put this steely glare straight down the barrel of that lens. Hello, everyone. But fine, I'll adjust to whatever this is. I appreciate that. Handsome Jeff. It's Jeff Ripple. My handsomeness is unrelated to my credibility. People trust me because I have a nose for the truth and what people care about. And that's what I want to bring back to this network. See, you keep saying back. I think maybe I misrepresented what this place is like. We did not have credibility at any point. Okay. Well, in any case, our top story today. Rachel Zegler defends Taylor Swift against You're gonna keep doing that? I have to slap myself every time I stumble over words. You slap yourself so hard it goes straight through the beard, man. You've got to punish yourself when you make little oopsies. Let's try that again. Rachel Zegler defends Taylor Swift against Barstool host sex tape joke. We're sick and tired. It's never been funny. That's right. Around the country. Taylor Swifts everywhere are saying, enough with the sex tape jokes. For years, us Taylor Swifts have been on the receiving end of hilarious barbs about us fornicating in front of cameras, and frankly, we've had enough. There's only one Taylor Swift. You do know that, right? It's not like an interest group. No, it's a super famous singer. Apparently the most famous person ever, anyone she fucks, is famous, even if they were already kind of famous. Wow. I mean, I am informed, so I'm starting to think you're from the 70s. No. I look like a butt baby. Excuse me, Thundercast? I look like I got squeezed out of a butthole. I don't know what buttholes you're looking at, but it must have been a pretty nice one. Yeah, maybe he's talking about me. That would make more sense, because let's be real. Yeah, man, you look like someone drew a Chad face on another face. What? Anyway, let's keep reading the story, I guess. Well, first we need a little context. Yeah. Let me use the powers of Twitter to find whatever this clip is that has everybody mad. And let's find out. Hilarious joke or vicious sexist assault on the purity of our beloved pop idols. Case did admit you admitted to loving buttholes in therapy? And then what, you told everyone about it? You gotta start watching the stream, dude. I did therapy in front of the stream. Although my therapist is kind of trying to drive me insane and claim that I'm not on a stream at all. That's too confusing to break down. But get it together, man. Buttholes are fetid zones of human waste. Not meant to be played with. We're gonna never agree on that. What? I don't agree. You can play with it? Obviously you can play with it. How? How do you think? All right, look, I need to cover the news.
You know what? All right, I'll say this. If Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift release a sex video, I'll consummate this relationship. And be like, fine. You guys can have sex. You can be boyfriend, girlfriend. I don't buy it until I see some dick in vagina.
Whoa.
Is she I'm saying that right now.
Is she pregnant?
P&V.
I haven't seen her drinking at these games. I saw her drinking some juice.
P&V, otherwise it's not really.
Drinking
P&V.
some juice.
Should we demand it?
I want to see.
I want to see P&V. I want to see insertion.
I want to see P&A.
P&A.
Oh, wants to see a P&A.
Yeah,
I'll take P&M.
P&M's good.
I'll take P. I'll even take H on P.
Whoa.
Hand?
Yeah, I'll take a hand job.
Yeah,
I'll see a hand job. That's fine. Give us a Lauren Bobbitt. Is that her name?
Whoa.
Bobbert.
He went there.
Yeah.
Give us a Lauren Boebert, and I will be like, you know what? These two lovebirds, they can't get their hands off each other. It's fine. Until that happens, I think it's fake, and I think it's for clicks, and I think Taylor Swift is using the NFL to try to make her star bigger.
I would see some TF.
I would see some TF.
I would see
Is
TF.
that Jeremy Renner? Sorry, that's one of the celebrities I do know. I'm glad to see Mr. Renner's doing so well, and that he's a big fan of football.
Max.
Okay. Great. I don't see the problem. So many hilarious jokes. What joke was made there? He said that they were going to fornicate. When he said, think about that. I had a good laugh. What all he did was just say, Taylor Swift should fuck. Yeah, isn't that hilarious? I just... CV loves you. Thank you so much for the 5 subs. Speaking of fucking, that's like the stream fucking. What? I don't know. I was trying to say thanks. Well, do a better job of saying thanks. Well, you do a better job of having taste in anything, man. That clip was complete nonsense. What do you mean? Those are classic comedy guys. You can tell because one's kind of like he's got a mustache, and the other one's wearing sunglasses. And then like that's like, look at this. You see this guy. You see Jeremy Renner in sunglasses, and he's wearing a tie-dye hat. That's a wild move. A tie-dye hat is a wild move. You know a guy's off his rocker if he's wearing a tie-dye hat. That's like the court jester right there. And then what? And then he talks about fucking. Excuse me, Fornick. I'm sinking to your level now. That's why you used your little potty mouth spilling all over the news. Sunglasses indoors equals comedy gold. Yeah. I mean, I'm not offended by someone saying like, what if Taylor Swift had a sex tape? But these guys do have a very, I mean, you know, it's a dated term kind of, but they got a real douchebag energy. What do you mean? These are two sports bros having a good time in the man cave. They got a spare Coors in the corner for when they really want to party down, even though it's like noon on probably this was yesterday, Monday. But sometimes boys got a boy. And we get an inside. We get the inside seat. It's like we're right in the man cave, with Trank and Bucket. I'm assuming that's their name, Trank and Bucket. It's Barstool Sports. It's a show called Pardon My Take. So, oh wow, they're letting you know. They're saying, we're putting you on site, buddies. No opinions spared here. Get ready for that raw sauce. And then they deliver like they just did with Comedy Gold. I guess we just got real different tastes, man. Anyway, apparently Rachel Ziegler. Zegler. Dude, stop hitting yourself. That's crazy. You can say things wrong. Believe me, it's fine here. I refuse to sink to your level. This is a serious story about freedom of speech and or women's rights. And anyway, Rachel Zegler is defending Taylor Swift against these, let's be real, hilarious accusations. You know, there wasn't an accusation. They just said, what if Taylor Swift had a sex tape? And then they described ways to fuck someone. That's it. I guess they also went with the like football's bigger than her thing, which is just it was an exhausting argument before it even started. Obviously, football. Taylor Swift v. football? Come on, how big do you think she is? Honestly, for me, I am more aware of what Taylor Swift does than what's going on in football. I do know that football exists, but I am more likely to know what Taylor Swift's up to, even though I don't also know that well what Taylor Swift is up to. I just don't give a shit about football is what I'm trying to say. Excuse me? Oh, you don't have... Oh, that's just it. Yeah, I don't care about football. Excuse me? I don't... What do you want me to say? I just don't get it. Like, what's not to like? This is kind of boring to me. Moving right along. West Side Story Golden Globe winner and upcoming Hunger Games prequel star Rachel Zegler recently took to X, formerly known as Twitter, in case anyone forgot. It's Twitter no longer. It's officially X, in case anybody forgot. It's got to be in every story for the next 3 years, apparently. And it's an important I'm glad they did it. To support Taylor Swift against a viral clip in which Barstool Sports podcast host joked, see, joke confirmed. Just because it's they said joke in this news story? Indeed. It is confirmed factually to be a joke. They joked about needing to see a sex tape featuring Swift and Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce in order to prove the dating rumors about them are true. It's not news that the media is particularly and unwarrantedly cruel to Taylor Swift. But the way men feel entitled to speak about women, their bodies, and their sex lives needs to be seriously evaluated. Oh, shoot. I was laughing at it uproariously. Yeah, man, you were cackling out loud. You were literally laughing out loud. You dead. Do I need to re-examine how I speak about? It wasn't me, though. What I found was so outrageous that I laughed. You gotta do better. Also, it's pronounced Kelsey. How did you pronounce it? Kels? Oh, I deserved it. All right. Apologies for not having the appropriate tone in covering the story. I understand now that this is a somber national event, and I want to apologize on behalf of newscasters everywhere, and especially Case, who I know was cracking his ass up alongside me. I didn't laugh for even a little. You can review the tape. I was practically zoned out if you looked right above you. That's how you always look. Okay, well, look, I just want to apologize. Today is a day of mourning because the Barstool Sports guys have crossed a line, and we all recognize that now. And I just want to say, on behalf of newscasters everywhere, including Case, even though he won't admit it, that we will stop finding Taylor Swift having sex with a football player so funny, even though it's outrageous. Why is it outrageous? Let's be real, it's outrageous. But we understand that we need to re-examine that, and we'll start today. To quote Miss Zegler, who I respect women everywhere, "You will never see people speaking this way about a man," Zegler continued in her response to this video. "That goes for a lot of different scenarios. We do not pick apart men's attitudes and relationships the way we do women's, and it's not always just men who speak this way about us. Women can, and do, it sucks, and leave Taylor Swift alone." Shoot, but I'm talking about her currently. Dang it, I did it again. Yeah, man, but you told me to cover this. You have to apologize. Yeah, my bad, I'm sorry. I don't feel like you meant that at all. I'm real sorry. And I do agree, we should talk more about guys fucking, because that's funny too. How is that funny? I don't know. You putting a P in a V, What? Yeah, can you imagine you, Jeff Ripple? You got the cameras rolling. You put a P in a V. Whoa, with who? Rachel Dolezal. Who is that? She did blackface. What? Like a while ago, for years. You putting your P in the V of Rachel Dolezal? Huh? Yeah. Isn't that? Those are two. One of them's kind of famous, and also sex. You don't have the comedic gift that those Barstool boys have. So I get that it's absurd, but your delivery's lacking. Damn. What if I put on sunglasses? Maybe. I mean, maybe invest in a tie-dye hat. If you really want to get on, if you want to get on these guys' levels. Also, could you sit further back? Try this. Sit way further back in your chair. Do you have sunglasses? Yeah, I have my DJ Music fanboy sunglasses. I bought these because, he's got them, and I'm a huge fan. Do you have yours on too? I've got mine on as well. And I guess we should change the name from Barely Informed News to Not Your Mama's Opinions. Whoa, we're about to take no prisoners. Okay, and then we just kind of have to talk about fucking. And you already basically only do that, so that should be easy for you. Okay, And now I'm going to try that same routine and let me know if it just fucking rocks your socks off. I heard, what? I heard that you're dating Rachel Dolezal. Oh, come on, man. That's not even, that's not true. Yeah, but what if, you know what, actually, I agree with you. Wait, what? I'm confused by the very premise of, I agree, you know, I don't believe that you're dating Rachel Dolezal. I agree. And until I see your P and her V on a tape, I ain't even buying it. What? Yeah, man, until I see your P in an A or her F in your A, or her T in your A, or all 5 of her F's in your A at once, and then they fan out, right on camera, I ain't even buying it. What do you, huh? Until I see both of her F's, both of her FEETs in your ASS, and then she does the feetsy splits, spreading you Goetze style. I don't even believe that. What? God damn, that is pretty funny though. Your fucking attitude is wild, man. I got there. The glasses really helped. The glasses did, in fact. They pushed it over the edge. For me. I didn't track any of the things you were saying, but you just were putting out a vibe that made me just want to laugh. Nice. Anywho, sorry boys, but the fun's over. You can't put this is why you got to keep the man cave off the air. You're supposed to keep that on the DL when the boys are having the boys talk, where they do hilarious jokes about how women have sex. Again, I don't agree that it's not even that I'm offended. It's just there was no joke. There's no joke. Just with them saying, what if they fucked? Which they do, I'm assuming. They're adults in a relationship. Well, unless you, whatever. That's your take on this story? Whatever. I mean, I think it's a pretty fair take. Okay, well, look, I've heard that you need to throw it to Joe Rogan. So, who's a man that I respect. I'm not surprised. Obviously, you shouldn't be surprised. And so for now, I will sign off and say, on behalf of newscasters everywhere, it's not funny when celebrities fuck. And it's not funny to talk about it. And I want to apologize. Anytime a story of a celebrity fornicating, I said the F word again because of your influence, I will treat it with the seriousness it deserves, even if my co-host, frankly, refuses.
Or P and
Whoa. Sorry.
in A, or P and V, or P and M.
Sorry, that I didn't mean to play that. That was an autoplay. You know, that's fine. Just sign off. From all of us here at BIN, back to you, Case, even though you're currently still, you know, whatever. I'll figure that out. Dude, just kind of stressful energy, honestly. Okay. Well, look, I don't just have one dude with bro-y opinions here. I got a whole team of bro-y opinions I can throw to. And the master of those opinions used to be the most popular one. Actually, Joe Rogan recently, someone supplanted him on Spotify as the most popular podcast. Who was it even? Most popular Spotify podcast. Let's quickly check in with the podcast charts. Also, before I do that, let's check in with our top underwriters. TV Loves You, Tam Tran, Enta Daddy, Street Marine, I Worship Shadow. Our recent subs, Trashy Anomaly, Stone-Hearted Draybell, Eye Candy 19, Hit and Run Tony. Okay, Tony. Captain Classic. And that classic choice, subscribing to me. And also, of course, thank you to Microphone 900, our master of cheers. Thank you so much for all of the bits and support. Those bits of love that you rain down upon us. Who's at the top of the pops? Oh, yeah, New Heights is number 1, followed by Joe Rogan. You know? Followed very closely by Hot Mess. Followed by Call Her Daddy. I've never heard of any of these podcasts. Apologies if any of these are your favorite. There's so many. This I've heard of, the Jason Bateman one. Wow, the guy who got kicked off SNL, his podcast, near the top. Nowhere on here, unfortunately. The Cream Team podcast. Call Her Daddy. I'm guessing that's a sex podcast. New Heights is the Kels Bros. Okay. But look, I have the former number 1. Wait, who are the Kels Bros? Oh, Kelsey. I'm saying it wrong now, too. I see. There's too many pods? Oh, yeah. I mean, you know, it's fair. It's become a medium that's very accessible, which I think is a good thing. But there's just, you know, it's a micro-targeted genre in most cases. And hey, that's my favorite way to target. Why macro-target? Yeah, a little baby target. And then you pew 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 it. You're my favorite micro-targeted audience, guys. Did we just 69? This stream is nice. Damn, crap lord bastard, man. Thank you. It has to be better than Spill It. Maybe that can be a sub goal at some point. We watch a whole episode of Spill It. God, that'd be the worst. That is like asking you to contribute to just your own torture. To be fair, that's the only clip I've ever seen, but that might be the only clip I ever need to see. Though I'm sure Jeff Ripple would love it. Okay, look, I'm getting distracted. The main thing I need to do right now is throw it to our boy Joe, who's in his own little man cave out there. The Perma Man Cave. It's time for the Joe Rogan XX experience. I need to update the graphic, actually, but, you know, like many things, I'll get around to it one of these days.
The Joe Rogan experience. What the hell? Sorry, I'm in the wrong place. God damn it, Jamie, you put me in the wrong fucking studio. That's insane. I don't even know if they can hear me, Jamie, and I'm in the wrong studio. Do I have to fix this myself? Jamie found a magic crystal. He found a magic crystal in a sewer grate. He thought it was a cave, but it was just wedged in the sewer grate. I said, Jamie, don't meddle with things that you don't understand. But he played with the crystal, and it seems to have messed with my reality, and it's teleporting me kind of haphazardly around the world. And honestly, Jamie, the fact that of course he sucked on the crystal like a baby, and now it's in his stomach. He swallowed it back, and he was choking for hours. But, you know, he seems to be normal, but it is messing with space and time a little bit. Jamie, can you shake your tummy up and down, please, and get me back to where I'm supposed to be? Thank you. God damn. It does remind me of DMT. Honestly, every day with Jamie is like a bad DMT trip. And I couldn't agree more. Being with Jamie is exhausting in a way that it really, the only thing that can mirror it is the slow dissolution of your own mind due to getting a bad hallucinogenic drug or abusing them. Anyway, today I was hoping we could talk about what the national test was testing for. Did you hear about this? You hear about this national test? They put out every phone had to get an alert that basically said, hey, duck and cover, the world's gonna fucking end. That's crazy, man. The way that they're comfortable just invading your privacy. I'm gonna read this for you. And tell me if this isn't alarming to you. This is a test of the National Wireless Emergency System. Alert system. The purpose... Sorry, my phone closed. The purpose is to maintain and improve alert and warning capabilities at the federal, state, local, tribal, and territorial levels. They're not even leaving tribes alone. And that's just so sad. Like, tribes have been through so much. The way that we've treated tribes in this country has been fucking crazy for a really long time. Some of the tribes that I've seen, like, there's barely any tribe left. You know, some people say the price of progress, but I say, can we at least leave the tribes alone from the weather alerts? And honestly, they can't, because that's just how greedy these national services are. Anyway, the levels, they want to elevate the national public's alert and warning capabilities. No action is required by the public. Well, then why? Like, what are we even doing? And it's honestly, it's an overreach by both the government and an underreach by the public, because they think that like we can't even take care of ourselves. They think we're little babies in diapers, and that if we get an alert, we're not. They don't trust people to even handle it right. I mean, as soon as I got the alert, I did what I needed to do. I pulled out every gun I had. I started cleaning it. I banished my kids to the basement. I said, "Don't come out for 10 years until unless you hear for sure our secret knock. You're still down there right now. I'm gonna leave them down there for the day at least. All my guns are spotless now. That's really smart. I mean, you don't want a dirty gun in the apocalypse. And that's one of the aesthetics I don't appreciate about apocalypse movies. They're so fucking dirty. Like, there's still like rivers and shit. Like, people could clean themselves in the apocalypse. Yeah, dude, like even cavemans could shave. That's a really great point. Even cavemans could shave. Like, cavemans had access to little rock knives and they'd shave their faces and stuff. I bet cavemans had all sorts of great styles. Yeah, honestly, cavemans were probably like some of the best looking guys there are. They must have been in fucking shape. I mean, nowadays people have to try to do a caveman diet. If you were a caveman's, then you would just be naturally doing that diet. I bet they were all ripped to shreds in a way that would be really difficult to even mirror with a serious workout regimen nowadays. Yeah, they all probably had like prime soccer player bodies. Yeah, or like honestly, like they basically were all doing fight camps every day. I bet if you put a caveman in the UFC completely untrained, he would probably he'd probably eat everyone. That's a really great point. Even an untrained caveman could probably eat any trained UFC fighter, and that is something I would like to see. It's the kind of thing that I wish there was at least like an animated version of. You know, like say like a certain creator out there made a whole arc in a like an anime about that. That would be really exciting. That would be exciting, but I can't think of a single thing that has ever done that. It was AlphaCon every day back then. Yeah, that's actually a really great point, chat. I'd love to take a couple questions from chat if that doesn't bother you, Joe. Yeah, I mean, I kind of don't get what Twitch is or why I'm on it or why I'm on this fucking idiot's YouTube channel. Or what channel is it? It's like he's on Facebook or some shit, and then he can see chat. But it's fun because you can talk to him. I do like that part. Yeah, I do like that. There's kind of this direct line to this fucking idiot's audience. So anyway, if anybody has any questions for us, I basically think that these national weather alerts are an attempt to indoctrinate the public into thinking that they're safe, but really it's just the government. They're going to send you an alert, you know, when they want you to be afraid, and probably not when you should be. I got a question coming in, actually. Do you listen to your own podcast at any time while you're doing the podcast? That's a really great... Excuse me. Sorry, I've been putting ivermectin in my eggs lately, and sometimes it gives me gas. Yeah, actually, both of these earpods, people think these are people think these in-ear monitors are to hear myself. No, they're playing yesterday's podcast at all times on a loop. Just sort of a low hum. I find if I put my own thoughts in my ears while expelling my thoughts, it kind of straps me to the beam of pure consciousness, and my opinions become completely unfiltered because it's like a angelic chorus of my own voice in my ears at all times. Sometimes I'll layer like 5 or 6 podcasts over each other, and I'll just put I'll demand that Jamie add a bunch of echo to it, and it sounds like my own voice is God, and it's beaming directly into my brain. That's a really great point. I love to do that as well, Joe. I mean, it's fucking crazy, honestly, how like good some of you, the things that we've talked about are. Yeah, we've talked about some of the goodest things that you can. I developed a horse mane after taking ivermectin. This is from Psychor, but I like it. Is that okay? That is actually one of the benefits. You know, speaking of cavemen, there's no proof that cavemans didn't have luscious horse manes, because really it's a sign of masculinity. If you get a strong, luscious mane of hair on your neck that's lustrous and glowing, who doesn't want that? I mean, that's one of the reasons I put ivermectin in my eggs, is I'm trying to up my back neck name. I do have hair all over the back of my neck, but it's not at the lustrousness I'd like yet, and I would love to look like a powerful stallion striding through the streets of Los Angeles, or, well, now Texas. Yeah, sometimes I forget that we fucking moved, man. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, dude, sometimes I leave the house and I'm like, am I still in Los Angeles? And then I'm like, oh no, I'm in fucking Texas, man. Or sometimes lately when I leave the house, I'm like, God damn it, why am I in the 7th dimension of New Sparoo? But it's because of Jamie's belly gem and he keeps fucking rattling around. He's teleporting us between dimensions. Yeah, we talked about that earlier. Joe, use horse shampoo on your bald head. Actually, not a lot of people realize this, and not enough people talk about this, but a bald head is actually a sign of high testosterone. So it would actually be dangerous for me to reduce my testosterone levels at this point and grow hair on my head, because my body is used to having such elevated and powerful levels of testosterone completely naturally due to dietary and fully natural supplements that I take. That it would really be dangerous to reduce my testosterone levels by even 1 decibel. Oh yeah, I forgot that now we measure our testosterone levels in decibels. I was talking to this doctor named Dr. Fruit Snoot, and he let me know that the best way to measure testosterone is actually in decibels. And you measure it by screaming in a wall. Yeah, and I'm up to about 40 decibels of testosterone from my wall screams. Hey, does horse shampoo grow hair? It does. It does. It grows it thicker than you can imagine. You could really look like one of those wolf man from the National Enquirer, like those old National Enquirer magazines, how they'd have like those wolf kids on the cover sometimes. If you dose yourself in horse shampoo, you'll straight up wolf out. Yeah, that's actually how they got Benicio del Toro to play the Wolf Man in the 1970s classic. Was that him? Wasn't that from like? You mean the old one? I think he was in the new one. No, I think he was in both. I think he's in the one from like the 70s or whatever. And then they brought him back to be the Wolfman again in like 2002 or something. Yeah, that does actually sound right. Anyway, yeah, I mean, I do agree they covered Benicio del Toro in horse shampoo, and that's what made him play the Wolfman so believably. Probably one of the best performances of a man being a wolf that I've ever seen. I mean, honestly, the only better performances I've seen are like that time that I licked frogs and Tyson Fury. But that was both. That wasn't even a performance. We believed we were wolves. Yeah, Tyson Fury is crazy, man. He will lick so many toads. I brought a toad out, and he brought a toad out. And, you know, a whole like basket of toads. Amusement. He would ham on those toads. I just tried to lick one, and he was just licking them like crazy. Yeah, and then he wolfed out harder than I've ever seen anybody wolf out. But Benicio del Toro was close, and I don't know if he was licking toads. Okay, let's take one more question. I'm thinking of Jason Bateman. Oh, it was Jason Bateman as the Wolfman. That's my bad. I think it was Jason Bateman as in Wolfman 2 or something. This is the comment from chat. I used horse shampoo for years. Mane and tail is legit, but once it went mainstream, they jacked up the price to the similar quality people. What similar quality people shampoo cost. That's a real shame. Yeah, you used to be able to get horse shampoo on the cheap. You could fill like a entire water tower with horse shampoo. Actually, in early 1999, when I got my first check from Fear Factor, one of the first things I did was buy a water tower from a small town in the Midwest that they weren't using anymore, and I just filled it with horse shampoo. So I've still got horse shampoo for years. Yeah, it's the only kind of shampoo I use. I do mostly use it on my pubes because my penis is so long that if I don't have long and lustrous pubes, it honestly is too intimidating to women. That's a real, not enough people talk about that if you're rocking like a really seriously long hog, that you want pubes in proportion or it will scare a lot of women away. I mean, obviously at this point, my wife, my beautiful wife, whose name I know, is used to it. But, you know, just out of respect for her, I keep my pubes at a length to keep them in proportion to my long-ass penis. That's a really great point. Well, one more question, and it just says, best horror movies for Halloween. It's a really good question. I saw this movie, recently called 13 Going on 30. Whoa. And like 13 is a really scary number.
Speaking of Halloween.
Whoa. Speaking of Halloween, what the hell was that, Jamie? Goddamn, Jamie's he's doing a truffle shuffle. And the magic gem in his stomach was causing disturbances in the space-time continuum. Danny, you can't do the truffle shuffle if you've eaten an interdimensional gem. Can you please can you barf it up, or can you finally have a BM? Jamie has a bowel movement like once every 2 months. because he mostly eats candy. You think it would make him poop all the time, but it's basically solidified his stomach into like a gelatinous slurry of sugar. Yeah, I would hate to have to be his doctor. But to answer your question, 13 going on 30, it's like this really scary story about like what if you're a girl and then you become an adult girl and then you have to learn the Thriller dance. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of remember that. Actually, I was so scared by that premise that she gets trapped in a closet and she has to like make out with a dude. I was like, oh my God, can you imagine that? Yeah, and then she gets teleported in the future and she has to learn the Thriller dance. It's one of the scariest ones I've seen. Yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. Trying to think of any other like really scary movies that I've seen lately. Oh, okay. There's another really good horror movie called 50 First Date, and it's basically about like Drew Barrymore is cursed to have to date Adam Sandler, but she can't remember, like she can't even remember that she's met him. So every day she has to wake up and realize that she's with Adam Sandler, and like every day it's like a horrific shock to her system. But there's no escaping it because the day resets at the end of it. And no matter what she does, the next morning she wakes up and she's still with Adam Sandler. I actually couldn't make it through all of that one. This is so scary. I know Adam Sandler, and I had a similar situation for about 7 days where he just was staying over. Every day I'd wake up and I'd be like, Jesus Christ, he's still here? And he just wouldn't. I mean, everybody says he's a nice guy. He is, but he would not leave. Yeah, he will. So if he sets up, he will stay. And he's a nice guy, but sometimes I wonder if sometimes I get like you see like a phantom cat out of the corner of your eye. I get that, but for Adam Sandler all the time, like, is that fucking Adam? And it's usually not. Anyway, I think that's probably all the time we're gonna have for today. Jamie, can you play the outro without breaking space and time? God damn it, Jamie.
So, I'm sorry about that, man.
I'm sorry about that, man. Sorry about that. The other Joe is trapped in some kind of spooky dungeon or something. And I don't know how we're gonna get him back. So, I'm gonna have to feed Jamie some Ipecac syrup and just hope for the best. Honestly, he's got an immunity to it. Frankly, right now he is drinking a baby bottle that has that syrup in it because I snuck it in, but he's just greedily slurping it down his moist lips. And he's smiling from ear to ear like a complete fucking idiot. So there might be no way to make him puke or poop, but I'm going to have to see if I can because I don't want to get warped back to LA, dude. I like it here in Texas. Okay, well, that's all the time we have for now. Jamie, just please go to the bathroom. Please. The Joe Rogan experience.
Wow. What the hell? There we go. Joe's on the warpath, guys. Say moist lips again, but slower. Damn, straight from the spilling, what was it? I can't even remember the name of that podcast. It already is evacuated from my brain. The whatever, hot, not your daddy's take podcast. To the Joe Rogan podcast. It's a podcast heavy start to the stream. 4 minutes till you redeem it again. Be careful, you can't have too many Joes in one stream. Maybe I can get 3 Joes going at once. The XXX Joe, triple X Joes. Pardon my take. That is a brutal name for a podcast. But it's probably really popular. I know Barstool Sports is like an unkillable media entity at this point. I've been told one of the darkest places to go on the internet if you want to depress yourself is the Barstool Sports forums. That's a thing I heard like 8 years ago, though. I don't even know if they're still around. Honestly, now I'm curious. I don't know if they have forums. Or like there used to be like a Barstool Sports message board. It's on Facebook. Okay, yeah, this is unreadable, actually. There used to be a place where Barstool Sports fans would accumulate and talk. Maybe there's a Reddit. See what the Barstool Sports Reddit is up to. It's probably just people talking about sports. Okay, yeah, this is not exciting, actually. I can't find the Taylor Swift thing on here. I was hoping I could, but so that we could get some hot Barstool Sports fan reaction. Barstool Sports is the biggest dude bro media outlet. You can never kill it because there are so many dude bros. They're out there. Some of them are my good friends from back in Virginia. You know, if only there wasn't the dark side of dude bros. You know, they can be nice, but then you get them in the wrong context. My brother used to go to BW3 a lot. I think he still might. And the last time I went there with him, you know what, I can't tell this story because he said he watched my stuff. So I just won't. But I encountered a guy where I was like, he was so nice, and then within 5 seconds of talking to him, just every opinion I disagree with started spilling out of his mouth. I was like, oh no. How do I politely make this conversation stop? There also used to, I know that there's that take that like, you know, if you've got friends with shitty opinions, it's kind of on you to like help correct them. A, these aren't friends, but B, that legitimately doesn't work, unfortunately. You can have lots of arguments with them, but you will not change their mind. They might just by osmosis change their minds, though. That's a thing I have seen happen, where if a person's exposed to just a new social group, they'll just slowly start migrating towards those social opinions. It's probably the reason I have a lot of the opinions I have, honestly. Sorry, BW3s is the extremely Roanoke way of saying Buffalo Wild Wings. Yeah, you can plant some seeds. You can plant some seeds, but you can't sprinkle them with water too aggressively, or it'll just be endless fights. That's why stand-up has gotten less punch-down centric. That's what I think when I see my friends do stand-up, but then occasionally I'll see clips of like pretty popular stand-up comedians, and I'm like, holy fuck, we are like back in 1991. There's some like pretty big comics that are just still doing some of the most like, you know, plug and play, I hate my wife kind of bits. It's not, I mean, that's not all that they do, but that is often the energy, the classic energy of just like women, right? Women. When I was on cruise ships, and the last one I was on was in like 2017. There was a comedian still doing OJ Simpson jokes. That one's an outlier. He clearly had not updated his set for cruise ships since about 1996. But what blew me away was that it still worked. Granted, cruise ships are just full of older people that are probably like, oh good, we're back in my happy place. It is actually, that's a good point. A, we're going to the movies. B, it's kind of funny to just only do OJ Simpson jokes in 2023. You guys hear about this OJ Simpson thing? We used to do a bit with my sketch group where Charles would do a Jay Leno impression, and he'd only do Jay Leno monologues from like 1994, just as written. It never really worked. But to me, it was conceptually at least funny. The audience was just kind of like, okay, yeah, this is painful to sit through, thanks. Comedy's a weird world. It's never going to be super progressive, but the actual makeup of comedians has gotten much more diverse. I do think that's true. I think that's true in a lot of areas. I think on a national level, for sure. And the comedians that are promoted by places like Netflix and HBO has gotten progressively more, I think, diverse over the last 30 years. But if you go to your average open mic, you will be alarmed to see that it is still a lot of white guys. We've got opinions, and we really want to say them in the microphones. And I can't talk shit about that aspect of it, at least. How do you get promotion as a comedian? Phantom Spaceman, I put a trailer in the Trailer Thursday Discord I was hoping you could watch. Please and thanks. Absolutely. There might be other ones in there, Phantom Spaceman, if you want to drop the title in, just so I make sure I get it. All right, click on that one. But it's probably the most recent one, but just in case. Trailer Thursday. Big names have given themselves power to pull up their friends. But yeah, going to an average open mic, people think their opinions are good and somehow funny. Yes, very much so. I mean, nothing against open mics. There's a reason they're there. You're not supposed to be like the master of your material if you're doing an open mic. But the makeup of your average open mic, at least a lot of the ones I've been to. Granted, I was living in probably, unfortunately, very white areas, but there's a lot of white guys. If my jokes make you stupider, please avoid reading them. I don't think here we need to worry about getting any dumber. We've probably already hit the baseline, and I don't know if you can push us past it, but we'll try. It seems like in recent years, TikTok, getting a comedian's podcast, YT, etc., other than just hitting the pavement hard and getting, yes, that's a, yeah, like, I wouldn't even, like, granted, I'm not the person to talk to about how to be a wildly successful and famous comedian. But I think the advantage of doing live comedy is you actually can't help but learn what people actually react to, and that can really inform you when you make online content. But there's plenty of comedians out there that mostly focus on social media that are funny. For me, I honestly haven't been doing a lot of live comedy, but I do think it makes me worse at comedy not performing in front of audiences. I think my instincts were probably a little sharper about 2 years ago when I was doing that really regularly. You know, you just kind of can't, you will innately feel by doing comedy in front of audiences where the sort of connective tissue is, as opposed to, and even though I love it here, you know, a more secluded environment. Your own little beautiful echo chamber. Which is why I am planning to get back into doing live stuff. But instead of doing any of that, I've been working, 5 or 6 jobs. And honestly, I don't know why. I don't even really need the money anymore because I work so many. So we'll see. Maybe we can get back on the live comedy horse. We can show your tissues. Yeah, show me those connective tissues, everybody. All right, look, I'm delay of game here. I said I would send it to the movies. That means it's movie time. I haven't checked in with him in a bit. Let's see how our friend Trent is doing. He's exactly where you'd expect him. He is, in fact, at the movies. Hell yes. Finally. Using even more channel points to remind you of my previous column expert redeem. God damn it, Case forgot. This dude needs to fucking look at his shit. Next Trek segment, there is a trailer for Priscilla. Please, please, please let Trent interview Elvis again. Absolutely. I will talk to my boy. As you might know, shit, I gotta adjust my seat real quick. Sorry, I just need to adjust my seat slightly. I'm just moving around in here a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, now I'm sitting right where I want to be. As you might know, the Rat Pack, the new Rat Pack as I like to call it, it's me. It's my boy Scorpion, who's for some reason wanted my hat a while ago. One Piece Luffy, who I'm chilling with again, even though I fucked up and I said his show was gonna suck and I was totally wrong. And my boy Elvis, who I've had no issues with. Me and Elvis are probably the tightest of the crew. Like, if the rest of the crew were to dissolve, me and Elvis, we would, like, still be, like, boys like that. You know what I mean? Youngblood, I just want to remind everyone, Elvis is dead. R.I.P. to a guy who probably dated a 14-year-old, but other than that is a living legend. Well, dead legend. Was a living legend and is now dead. You're such a fucking... Not only are you coming in here to be like, yo, fake friends or whatever, you then shit on this guy's legacy just because of your erroneous claims that he dated a 14-year-old. He straight up met his wife when she was 14. And Priscilla. And then I'm putting 2 and 2 together. Yeah, but it was like the 1900s. And standards were different back then. I don't know if they were that different, man. Well, look. Sometimes your boy's got a past. And, for real, she was 14 when he met her. Yeah, but that's like not confirmed. This for sure confirmed. Yeah, but maybe they just chilled when she was 14. Well, look, let's watch this trailer. Let's watch this trailer of Stunt Rock. Listen, some rock is not Elvis rock. Some rock is stunt rock. And I think we always need to take a moment and not think about what Chris is saying and instead watch this sick-ass trailer that Phantom Spaceman has generously provided onto us.
Ladies and gentlemen, sorcery.
Whoa!
This is Stunt Rock.
God damn. There's so many movies that I need to watch.
Superhuman. Super music. Super magic.
What's up, babe?
And super amazing. You'll be compelled over
Is
the
it
edge
just-
of sight and sound.
Is it just rock and roll with stunts?
Spell of mind-boggling action and music pushed to the danger zone.
Sorry, it's kind of quiet. Let me turn this
It's a
up for y'all.
death wish at 120 decibels.
What? Oh my god, it's the stage wizard. This is an insane premise. What? Oh no, that dude exploded his ass off.
Stunt Rock.
Jesus.
The ultimate rush.
Dude, that shit straight blew my mind. Is that what the 70s were like? How come I couldn't have been born then, dude? My vibe would have fit right the fuck in. The Rock Wizard was absolutely a nice touch, Phantom Spaceman. I mean, honestly, that was just sort of like a cherry on top. What really blew me away is I figured it was a movie with like a narrative. But I think it was just footage of concerts plus footage of stunts. And I did not know that you could release that as a theatrical film. It's a different time, man. You know, you could basically put out like a music video and call it a movie. That's fucking sick, dude. I mean, I could probably make that. I could probably make shit like that. I'll throw myself into trees. I'll jump off buildings. And I'll set it to fucking... I don't know, set it to fucking trap music or some shit. Youngblood, don't do that. Those were actual stuntmen. You're a teenager that is completely untrained. Yeah, but how do you get training if you don't start throwing yourself off shit? By going to like stunt gyms and stuff, moving to Los Angeles, getting a mentor, whatnot. Dude, how many stuntmen are actually safe? Youngblood, the whole point is that they're making themselves as safe as possible. It is an innately dangerous industry that they're in. How about my boy Traint? Traint? Yeah, my boy Traint does backyard stunts every fucking party he has. Is that just your name but with a Y? No, it's Traint. Traint. I'm just saying, like, I don't buy that stuntmen are always, like, fucking trained. Like, I think probably there are a bunch of dudes that show up on set and are willing to hurt themselves. And I have those skills. Maybe that's how some of them start, but I think the ones that are on actual professional films have experience and, you know, they're less likely to get hurt doing this stuff. And I'm saying I will get ahead of the game by throwing myself off of cars and shit. Off of cars? And I'll set it to fucking, you know, whatever. I'll set it to fucking wrestler's entrance music. And I'll call it Enter the Stuntman. Youngblood, please don't do. Well, you know what? You're not going to do it. So it's fine. Now you're making me want to do it more. Now I might have to actually do that shit. I don't believe. I'm saying don't. I know you'll do what you want anyway, but fortunately I know that what you want to do is never work. So you'll never actually do that. Fucking hater, man. Absolute hater. All right, what was this other request? There is a trailer for Priscilla. Okay, we got to check out this trailer for Priscilla. For my boy Elvis, who's fine. I'm not trying to be the bearer of bad news. I'm just telling you what's up. Well, I'm telling you that what you got to put allegedly after what you just said. You know, allegedly. He is this trailer going to be about that? I mean, if they're being remotely honest with the situation, hopefully. Okay, well, look, it's from A24, and we'll let them be the judge of if Elvis is a fucking creepy dude. Okay, it's Priscilla, y'all.
Hi. What's your name?
Priscilla Boyer.
You like Elvis Presley?
Of course. Who doesn't?
What are the kids listening to these days?
Bobby Darin, Fabian, and you.
Okay, how old was she when they kissed?
Mr. Presley. You got women throwing themselves at you. Why my daughter?
Well, sir, I happen to be very fond of your daughter. She's much more mature than her age.
21!
22. That's 22. You don't have to worry about it. Black hair and more eye makeup.
I don't know if I like it.
What do you mean you don't know if you like it?
He's not like you imagine. You know, there's a lot of rumors about you.
Was there something you're hiding?
I don't have a goddamn thing to hide. Oh, I need a woman who understands that things like this might happen. Are you gonna be here or not?
I want a life of my own.
I mean, I tried to tell you, Youngblood, like, he's not the best guy. Well, but it's a movie. So, movies sensationalize things, and I should probably talk to my boy about it. Because I go, why draw a picture of a horse when you can go straight to the horse's whole mouth? You know that saying? That's close to that saying, yeah. You thought they were remaking Priscilla, Queen of the Desert? Fuck, that would have been chill as hell. I could have just talked to Elvis about that. Instead, now I gotta talk to him about dating high school girls, I hope. Yo, Kasim G. What the fuck is up, dude? Sending the 62. Nice. 62, not 69, but it's only 7 away from 62. Yo, what's up? I hope y'all had a good stream with the G himself, with a Kassam in front of it. I'm fucking Trent. I'm assuming you know what it is. I watch fucking movies. It's good to see each and every one of you. Unless he was already in here, and then it's good to see you again. Hope you had fun with Cass. I heard that he, like, got kicked out of the cops or some shit. And honestly, dude, ACAB. You know, I'm technically a correctional officer of a sort. Fucking. And that's why. Honestly, ACAB stands for all Chris's are bastards. Youngblood, respect. Y'all ain't no fucking snitch. What would you be snitching on in this context, Youngblood? I'm just saying I ain't no fucking snitch. Speaking of, I gotta talk to... So, if you're just joining us, we just watched the trailer for Priscilla, which is not Queen of the Desert, unfortunately. It's about Elvis kind of being like an abusive boyfriend and possibly a groomer, which are not things I knew about because he's kind of my boy. I sort of fuck with Elvis, or possibly fucked with. I literally said nothing could ever drive a wedge between us, but I am gonna have to talk to him about what I just saw, cause like, yo, let's be real. I'm fucking crazy. I'm young. I make a lot of mistakes, but I also ain't no fucking pedo. I mean, it's impossible for me to be right now because I'm like so young. I wouldn't even make that argument, Youngblood. I mean, I'm not, to be clear. I'm just saying, yo, the two things that we can all agree to punch, Nazis and pedophiles, am I right? I think so, yeah, I hope so. Anyway, so I do have to, I have to respectfully approach my boy Elvis about this whole situation. And, you know, it's a movie, and they sensationalize things. So, I'm going to do that now. And maybe it's all just a fucking mistake, you know? Yeah, I'll fucking sprinted my ass down here, dude. Oh, that's real good. What? Oh, that's fine. Elvis, you're gonna have to. Can you? I'll have to talk to you about some real shit. So can you just talk in a way where I can understand what you're saying? Oh, you want me to tell me what you want, Youngblood? Call me Youngblood too? Shit. Okay. Have you seen the trailer for Priscilla? I need to see no trailer. I live that life, young man. I thought we were boys. You're calling me a young man and shit? I mean, I'll just let you know. I live that life. Well, look, did she seem real young in that trailer? She's a young, beautiful lady. I was a young man. She was, well, how old? I'm going to just look something up on my phone real quick. You know, like, I ain't trying to get on, like, my internet high horse and be like, age difference relationships. But how old was she when you met her? Oh, she's a young girl in school. Yeah, but how young? She's a girl. I was a young man. And she's in school. And I was a big celebrity. And she had a down-home attitude that I simply loved. Okay, when you put it like that, it sounds all right. But, can you just say how old she is? You know, maybe like 40. You said that real quiet. Oh, she's about 14. What's that? She's 14. Jesus, man. What the? How old were you? 15? A couple years around there. How old were you? I was 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Sorry, were you counting? I was 24. What the fuck, dude? Yeah, but I just met her. And then I courted her. You know, for a while. From when she was 14? Yo, we're boys, man. Why don't we just dab this up and forget all about this? You want to dab my ass up? I don't want to dab shit right now, dude. These are revelations to me. Exactly, Giggle Trash. Goodness. Ungracious. Dude, you're liar, balls on fucking fire. I'll never lie to you. Just, you know. Look, it was the 1900s, and things were different. How far into the 1900s? I don't know, 1950. Oh, come on. Shit, man. Well, look, we're boys. Okay, well, were you like did you guys fight a lot? The trailer kind of makes it look like you threw chairs at her and shit. Look, you're a young man. You're a young blood. You don't understand adult relationships. Sometimes you're if you see a lady, you're like, oh, hey, honey, I like to take it again a chocolate sundae. And, obviously because you sound so good singing, they fall in love with you. You can't help it if you got the voice of an angel and women everywhere are falling in love with you. I get that. I understand you so far. And sometimes you're like, oh, hey, honey, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Show me respect. Show me fucking respect. I work too damn hard. And, that part of you comes out. And it's not your fault that you didn't present that part to them. What the fuck, dude? Listen, man, I mean, I'm dead. You are dead? I've been dead for a bit. And, we're boys. But I'm dead, dude. I don't even have to put up with this from you. Put up with what, dude? I'm asking you normal questions. I'll just go back to being dead if this is the kind of stuff I have to put up with. Maybe that's for the best, I guess. Fine. I'm chill, dude. I'll go back to being dead. If you don't want me in your rat pack no more. You literally were my number one in the pack. You were my Groucho Marx to me, Frank Sinatra. I ain't what that was, but that's kind of you to say, if I'm tracking. You were the Hyundai and I was the Sonata. Because I was Frank Sinatra. Well, look, man, I mean, my bad. Believe me, if you were there and you saw how I did it, you'd understand there ain't nothing creepy about it. We just vibed, to put it in your modern terms. I started like, oh, hey, honey, I like the way that you're learning Algebra 1. What? I really like how you win home ec, but for middle schoolers. All right, I gotta peace out, dude. The things you're saying are too fucked. All right, I'll go back to being dead and, no hard feelings. There's some hard feelings for me. I ain't nothing but a hound dog at a middle school. Oh, okay, that's it. Fuck, dude. My bad. Chris was fucking right. God damn it. Shit, dude. Shit. Are you fucking happy, man? You fucking happy? Hey. Get the fuck out of here, Elvis. Chris, how are you going to give up your seat to Elvis? He's sitting way over there. That ain't my fault that you cut to him. Go back to being dead, Elvis. We fucking agreed on this. I just was making sure you definitely want me to be dead. I'm not saying you got to be dead, but I guess because you are. Just go back to whatever you were doing before we was boys, which I guess was you being dead. All right. Fuck. I told you, young blood. Today sucks. Can we watch another trailer? I'll do 3 trailers usually. And that one bump. Can we just get a fucking fire trailer in here to like lift my fucking spirits? I'm just scanning for like the hottest trailer in the game. Okay. There's a trailer for Argyle. I might not enjoy this trailer, but it will at least answer the question for me. What was the movie Argyle? Last time we watched it, it was just a cat getting thrown off of a building. But I get the sense it's like a celebrity ensemble comedy in the vein of like those early 2000s action movies that they'd pump too many celebrities into, like those old Quentin Tarantino ripoff style movies. There's also Thanksgiving with Eli Roth. Okay, maybe we do that instead. We'll do both. I'll do 4 trailers. You do 3. I'm doing 4 because today's a bad day for me. I haven't seen the Toxic Avenger trailer yet either. But hey, we'll watch this and then one more. I just need to know what the fuck this is.
I certainly hope you dance as well as you dress.
Whoa, what the hell's with his hair?
There's only one way to find out.
You and I, we're not so different. Agent Argyle.
Little help?
Hold on.
Oh shit, it's John Cena.
The book is phenomenal, sweetie, but what happens next?
It's called a cliffhanger, Mother.
Ellie, it's called a cop-out.
Oh, what? It kind of had me interested, and I'm suddenly a little less interested.
There's a cat in there. Oh my God, you're Ellie friggin' Conway.
Author of Argyle series, Ellie Conway.
I am such a fan.
Oh yeah? What is it you do?
Espionage.
Would you sign my book?
Here we go. I love this book.
The Bullet remix.
Who are these people?
Real life spies.
Why would they care about me?
Because you're a goddamn
Oh shit, I
fortune
can't
teller,
escape
Ellie.
Elvis today. What's happening?
What you wrote in your new book actually happened, and you kicked a hornet's nest you didn't even know existed.
I'm in some really big trouble, Mom.
Oh, so now you're experimenting with drugs.
I want all assets on them now.
Oh shit, more celebrities.
Next chapter. God, I hate that cat.
Oh, the cat survived being thrown off. Okay.
It's time
That's
for you
resolved.
to meet the real Agent Argyle.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh fuck, they shot my ass at the end there. God damn. Okay, sure, why not? I like Sam Rockwell. I love percussive bullet trailers. Alexa, shut the fuck up. Did you hear that? Sometimes I bring that thing to the theater. I don't know if you guys could hear it, but it started telling me shit. You can call this shit got investment. I mean, it looks good. I don't know if Matthew Vaughn is like such a respected director that throwing his name in front of a thing gets people to be like, oh, thank God, Matthew Vaughn. But they did, and it looks easy breezy. Beautiful espionage thriller. He is to me, damn it. I don't know him that well. I guess he did Kingsman. I like the Kingsman films. They're fun. They end one of them, and a dude's like, I'm gonna go have anal sex, and that shit's crazy, man. That shit made me laugh. Oh yeah, that is how one of those movies end, isn't he? Isn't it? He's like, I'm gonna go have anal sex with a princess. Yeah, man, that shit spoke to me, cause like that's a lot of the time that's why I have to leave parties and shit. I'm like, boys, I'd love to stay, but I gotta go have anal sex with a princess. That's never happened, Youngblood. Let's be real, that's never happened to you. Why do you gotta claim shit like that? It's called Tuesday in the Kingsman movies, yeah, dude. And then they go to America and fucking Channing Tatum's there and he's like, I'm fucking American as shit. He's got a whip. And also then like there's a girl with fucking Protoss like knife legs. And you know, now that I say all this shit out loud, those movies fucking rip and I'm fucking pumped for this. Okay, you've done a total 180. All right. Yeah, man. I hope John Cena's got like a fucking knife for a dick or some shit. That'd be crazy. A knife for a dick, but it still works. Like what's crazy about his knife dick is it's like a switchblade. So like, it still is a hot ass penis, but when he's got to go combat mode, Mega Man style, it's like the arms switch in. And then boom, a sick ass knife. He's just fucking John Cena-ing around, F-Uing people into the air, and then crouching out. They fall on his dick, straight through. And then like tons of percussive bullets. Set to something other than an Elvis song, though. That did bum me out. The wound is still fresh. I sent Elvis back to hell, I'm assuming. Even though he was my boy. Now he's got to be back in hell. Which bummed me out today a little bit. But other than that, that trailer really lifted my spirits. I needed this today. I mean, not only did I lose a friend, but also Chris was right about something, and that's always a gut punch. Okay. Someone told me, though, there was one other thing that we should watch. Fuck, what was it? There's the Toxic Avengers, but there was something else people mentioned. Argyle. Spy Family, season 2, okay. Another Doctor Who trailer. Beekeeper. Oh, Thanksgiving. It was Thanksgiving. What's Beekeeper? Oh, that's our boy. That's the Staith Man. Fuck, maybe. I mean, why not? Why limit we'll watch Beekeeper and we'll watch fucking Thanksgiving, and I'll offer a little less commentary. Probably. Y'all know me. I love to fucking run my motherfucking mouth, bitch. Youngblood, elevate your diction, please. There's enough F-bombs on this goddamn, network. It doesn't make you sound cool. It just makes you sound stupid. Fuck that, dude. It makes me sound cool as motherfucking shit. If I had a cigarette right now, I'd smoke it. But I've set off the fire alarms in here with my vape, and they almost kicked us out. I did also almost burn it down. I was doing the 5 vape challenge, where you put 5 vapes in your mouth at once. Aww. And anyway, 3 of them spilled out and they got on the floor, and they almost burned the whole place down. We got in huge trouble. I was there, Youngblood. And yet you didn't stop me, even though that's your job. It's not my job to do that. You shouldn't. I told you not. Okay, you know what? Can we just watch the trailer? Yes, we will watch Thanksgiving. Honestly, to me, not my favorite holiday. I'm not that big of a fan of, like, gravy. What? I just don't like gravy. That you're going to be alone on that one, man. I don't think I am. Gravy's like, it's like wannabe sauce. It's too thick. It's too salty. Just give me a sauce. Gravy is basically a sauce, Youngblood. It's not, though. It's gravy. There obviously is a difference. Gravy good, both brown and white gravy. White gravy? Yeah, white gravy. Now you're just putting cream on your food. Youngblood, you're drawing a line in the sand here completely unnecessarily. I guarantee I'll put a good fucking bowl of gravy in front of you, put on mashed potatoes. You can eat mashed potatoes without gravy. Just butter and garlic for me, thank you very much. That's insane. But also, I only eat fries. Like, that's the only kind of potato I'll intake is fries. Let's just watch the Thanksgiving trailer. You said you were going to talk less, and I did lie about that. Let's watch it. Oh shit, somebody died already.
I've got plenty to be thankful for. My needs are small, I buy them all at the 5 and 10 cent store.
Is he cooking with peoples? I bet he is.
Plenty to be thankful for.
I think he is. And that's honestly twisted as fuck.
I used to love this town. Until what happened that night. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving, and I'm tired of pretending like everything is normal and it's not.
I want things to go back to normal too.
I like that guy. Who's that guy?
Show some enthusiasm. Thanksgiving is an institution here.
Someone's out for revenge, and they're turning it into a sick holiday game.
This is weird.
Oh shit.
And our names are at the table. But why us?
I think we know what's gonna happen here.
goes, the more twisted it gets.
Oh,
The
shit.
weapon he's using is straight off a Thanksgiving table.
I don't want to spend my life looking over my shoulder. We need to stop him.
Maybe she'll be fine. Okay.
It is going to be a very happy Thanksgiving.
We're gonna see another kill? They're giving it all away. Oh, that's fucked up.
Let's see.
Damn, that's actually pretty twisted. Like, they said the word twisted, and I called that. I was like, I sense that this film is twisted. And then they said themselves, like, it's only going to get more twisted. And to me, that's like, they're calling their shot. They're fucking Babe Ruth in that shit to the rafters, dude. But honestly, cooking a person alive, that is in fact fully twisted. So, if they get more twisted than that, like, yo, I ain't no fucking punk, but maybe I can't even handle that shit, man. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of ultra violence, I'll be honest. So to me, like, I'm just gonna adjust in my seat a little bit too. To me, I hope it doesn't get too much more twisted than that, because, you know, much like at Thanksgiving, my mouth might be bigger than my appetite might be bigger than my stomach. You know what I mean? It's just I'm about to say your mouth might be bigger than your stomach. That'd be a huge fucking mouth, dude. Stomachs are pretty big. It's just a saying, Youngblood. Torture / murder porn is boring. But what if it's got a really good story attached to it? Like a really good story. Like, yo, what if Thanksgiving was fucked up? What if that was the story? It's not a story, Youngblood. How is that not a story? There's so many beats contained in what I just said. Yo, what if Thanksgiving was straight fucked? You're gonna watch one more trailer? Beekeeper? Yeah, I'll watch Beekeeper and then I'll get out of here. But just really, like, honestly, dude, I know you claim to meditate and shit, dude. Meditate on that, Chris. What if Thanksgiving was, in fact, fucked? Sure, Youngblood, I'll think about that while you pull up that Beekeeper trailer. I'm ready. I have prepared myself for the Beekeeper.
Everyone, need your attention, please. I'm gonna burn this place to the ground.
Whoa! As soon as that lion got to me, dude.
Blessing, Mr. Clay. This place was crabgrass and weeds, and you brought it back to life.
Mrs. Parker and I were friends. She was like family. She was the only person who ever took care of me.
I just got a message saying that there's a problem with my computer.
Yes, ma'am, we got this.
Yesterday, she shot herself.
This is private property.
Do you know what they do here? Scamming the weakest in our society.
Buddy, I'm counting to 3.
1, 2, 3. There, I did it for you.
Oh shit, get Beaky.
I'm gonna burn this place to the ground.
Will you stomp his ass out?
You're telling me one man did this. The only thing you know is he's a beekeeper.
A beekeeper? Well, that's not good.
Beekeepers is a special program outside the chain of command.
I protect the hive. When the system is out of balance, I correct it.
We had laws for these things.
Until they fail, then you have me.
We have the Beekeeper.
My fingers, he cut them off. Oh, what the fuck, bro?
Don't move.
Oh, we killed that guy.
This is much bigger than a little phishing scam.
The money's going all over the world.
to people in finance, even government.
You are a problem. Goddamn right, I'm a problem.
No way he's coming here straight through the back entrance.
I figured I'd give the firefighters a break.
Somebody detain this guy.
We have to kill him before he kills his way to the top.
Honey?
It's flammable as fuck. Who knew?
Jesus, he's fucking killing everybody. Shit. Okay. God damn. Apparently a producer that Jason Statham knows got a scam call, and it pissed him the hell off. And he's like, what if I made a whole fucking movie about that? Just the revenge I want to take on this one scam call that I got. Because he fucking serves for some fucking justice to the scammers, to the fucking, to the telemarketers of the world. Jesus Christ. I do have to say, though, I think the real fantasy here is just this setup. I do not believe if you work for any like any scam telemarketers in the world, you're going to show up to an office that looks like this. In fact, I would highly recommend the HBO documentary Telemarketers if you want a more realistic view of how those boys is probably living. Apparently it ends up being like a mass government scam, but I mean, damn, that's a pretty wild take. It is indeed. It's fucking Death Wish, but Death Wish, instead of his whole family getting sexually assaulted, he just got like one scam call where they're like, do you want to support the Ohio State Police Fund? And he's like, that's it. These motherfuckers need to die. And honestly, I mean, I'm kind of down for it. It looks pretty fun. I mean, I do appreciate that they're just making it a fucking psychotic, violent fantasy. They're gonna go that direction with it. May as well go all the way. He's just fucking murdering the shit out of a bunch of people. Indeed, he was. Okay, well, shit. I guess that's gonna basically do it for today. Kind of a rough afternoon, early morning, whatever time zone I'm in for me, because of the loss of my former friend. It turns out a fake friend. Yelvis. His name is Elvis. Fuck it. I thought the whole time it was Yelvis. I thought he was Spanish. No, Youngblood. I mean, I don't think so. Is Elvis Spanish? I thought it was Yelvis and that was a Spanish name. I don't think so, man. You seem to know all about him. Why don't you know this? I'm pretty sure it's not Yelvis. Well, shit, I mean, I ain't even gonna bother looking it up because, frankly, he's fucking dead to me. But that's all the time you're gonna have. I'm fucking Trent. You know what it is. You've been at the movies and now you're getting your ass sent away. Just kidding. I love y'all. That's a good point. He watched Stunt Rocker. Whoa. He watched Stunt Rock. And never forget that if you need a little mental pick-me-up. Stunt Rocker seems like the kind of thing that should be at like a Brooklyn like rooftop party, but projected onto a wall. I don't know why that's my touch point for where that movie would be. But I bet if you put Stunt Rocker on the wall of a rooftop Brooklyn party, people would be like, nice. I kind of just want to watch it. That was a good break for me. Trent went long. And now I'm fully recharged. I just had a good 30-minute break. And I just, the whole time I was sitting here like, ugh, doing crunches. Haha, okay. Let's do another news. Let's cover one more news. And then we'll do some other segment. If anything's demanded, we'll do that. In the meantime, I believe I mentioned other news today. Oh god, there's more Taylor Swift in this. There's something about her and Ranch. Healthcare workers are on strike. I am kind of curious about that one. Because it says thousands of workers picket. Okay, but I wonder if, is there like a union that's... let's just find out. Let's use our news and find out. You know, I haven't checked in with Liliana in a bit. Liliana Breathingsmith. You know, probably our most qualified news reporter outside of Jeff Ripple, who's a new addition. Let's check in with Liliana, see if she has any takes on this, on this news that we're gonna do. We're about to do a news, exactly. 1 second. Whoa. Bow. All right, Liliana, it's news time. Yeah, darling. Good to see everyone. I'm looking fucking huge. Look at this shit. Why am I so big? Sorry, I'm sitting too close to the desk, apparently. There we go. Yeah, that's more accurate. I gotta scoot back from the camera. Good to see everyone. Sit up in my chair a little bit. Yeah, that's better. Okay, good to see everybody. It's been a minute. Guten Tag, sure. I refuse to tell where I'm from. You'll have to guess. But I'm not guessing about these ungrateful healthcare workers spitting in the face of the powerful corporate overlords that feeds them and keeps them safe. That's your take, Liliana? I'm anti-union. Why? Because I love rich daddies. You know this about me. I love a good rich daddy, and I hate to see them unfairly maligned in the media. So I'm going to provide a strong counterbalance and say, think about the rich hospital owners and their feelings. They've got feelings too. I think profiteers off of healthcare are some of the worst people around. I'm making that brave stance, Liliana. Very brave. Spitting in the face of your rich health daddies. Well, maybe, honestly, I don't have all the details, so let's get into it. So basically, thousands of workers are picketing outside of hospitals, kicking off a 3-day strike. Okay, well, at least it's only 3 days. So that's a relief. Because they kind of got the gun to the head of the healthcare workers, saying, you go on strike and you'll let a bunch of grandparents die. And so they've kind of got them trapped. It's really smart, actually, because if you've got traditional morals, which they probably do, then they're going to feel really bad if they actually strike for fair labor conditions. So very smart move from the owners of hospitals and insurance companies to see, like, feel deep moral responsibility to the people you care for, while we don't feel any of that shit at all. You know, they got a straight flush. Yeah, that's horrible. That's horrible. Horribly smart. Anywho, tens of thousands of Kaiser Permanente workers took to picket lines in multiple states on Wednesday, starting a massive strike that the company warned could cause delays at its hospitals and clinics that serve nearly 13 million Americans. And if your parents are sick, those around you are facing, reduced care, blame the workers. Blame them. No, blame the owners. Blame those workers. The coalition of Kaiser Permanente represents about 85,000 of the health system's employees nationally, approved a strike for 3 days in California and Colorado, Oregon, and Washington. And for 1 day, goddamn, 1 day strike? They're not listening to the frontline healthcare workers, said Mickey Fletchall, a licensed vocational nurse based in Kaiser Medical Office in Camarillo, California. We're striking because of our patients. The non says who? Them. One's actually doing all the work. It's a lot of work to own hospitals as well. You've got to go to board meetings and hear people be like, oh no, it's too expensive, everything's too expensive, and there's complaints and stuff, but let's keep raising the prices. That's got to be tiring. You're being a bad. Can be a naughty one, sorry. The non-profit company said 39 hospitals, including emergency rooms, will remain open. Doctors are not participating, and Oakland, California-based Kaiser said it was bringing in thousands of temporary workers to fill gaps. See, and that's why they got to be careful. Because what they're not realizing is that there is no limit to how low they are willing to put the quality of American healthcare. they will watch the film Idiocracy and use that as a benchmark for the top of care. You will walk into a room and there will be fucking Brew from the new Facebook AI talking to you about sports facts. That will be your nurse if these healthcare workers don't conform to their own moral responsibility and get back to work for whatever wage our beautiful hospital owners are willing to pay them. I just didn't know you were so anti-union. You're just being kind of brutal today. Brutally honest? No, just awful. Brutally awfully honest. Early Wednesday, workers at Kaiser Permanente Los Angeles Medical Center cheered as the strike deadline arrived. Strikes include licensed vocational nurses. Okay, Brittany Everidge, a ward clerk transcribing the medical center's maternal child health department, was among those on the picket line. She said because of staffing shortages, pregnant people in active labor can be stuck waiting for hours to be checked in. Again, blames the workers. Other times, too few transcribers can lead to delays in creating and updating charts for new babies. The babies are at risk because of these greedy workers. Can't you, you claim to sleep with all of the richest men in the country. Can't you just ask one of them to pay them like $5 fucking more an hour? They would probably be happy. Temporarily. That's not the kind of pillow talk those guys like. So no. Anyway, well, I don't ever want to be in a situation where the nurses have to do our job, she said. Wait, oh, okay, yeah. Also, it's not even, it's other hospital workers, not even nurses. Okay. Herrera was there for a kidney test, blah, blah, blah. They keep talking. Tonya Harris, who was on the picket line in Irvine, about 40 kilometers south of Los Angeles, 40 miles, sorry, said medical assistants like her are often asked to double up with doctors, each of whom has up to 20 patients instead of working one-to-one. Oh, come on. I mean, I'm sure that when you take, like, if you're like some rich guy in a hospital, if you've got some money, I'm sure you can get great care. So it's really just, it's people not working hard enough to afford the real quality care that honestly comes with a premium price. That's honestly not fucking true at all. My dad had a shitload of money. I mean, he had more than enough, in my opinion. And even with his, like, premium health insurance, and he was a doctor, when he was nearing the end of his life, I visited him in the hospital a lot. He got some of the shittiest fucking care I've ever seen. It'd be like one nurse who was overworked to death, basically, sitting in with him, and a doctor would show up, like, completely randomly and provide almost no updates because they were so overworked. And believe me, my dad had, like, the best possible health insurance, and in my opinion was still receiving completely lackadaisical care, which I think was partially because they're overworked and also partially because if you hit a certain age and infirmity, they're just like, well, what do you want us to do? I'm just saying it's a pretty bad system. It's pretty bad. And I hope that the workers strike as much as they need to. Well, someone is... so what? You want to use your little personal tragedy? You want to use your anecdotal evidence with a personal tinge to it to try to make a blanket statement about all hospitals. That's what you're going to do. And meanwhile, I'm over here just telling it like it is. Saying, this is a business. Healthcare is a business. It shouldn't be. Well, what should it be then? A public good. Since when is anything in the public arena good? You know what I mean? I'm not having this argument with you, but I'm regretting calling to you, Liliana. But don't I look nice today? You look too much like me. That's the meanest thing you've ever said to me. Okay, anyway, single mother with 2 kids going to college has said she also can't afford to live in Orange County on her current pay. Kaiser has proposed a minimum hourly wages between 21 and 23 next year, depending on the location. Well, it's means-tested the living wages. You'll love to see it. It's just smart business. Since 2022, the hospital system has hired 51,000 workers and has plans to add 10,000 more people by the end of the month. Kaiser Permanente operating revenue climbed 7% in this year's quarter to more than $25 billion. The healthcare giant said in August that, but that's revenue. That's not even profits. They probably are making almost no profits. It's practically a non-profit minus the profits. Well, again, I have some passing familiarity with the health care industry, and a lot of nonprofit hospitals turn pretty hefty profits still for the executives who get paid quite a bit to be executives in those nonprofit healthcare systems. Which Kaiser Permanente is a nonprofit, it's just for profit, but you know. There's a lot of grifting in the healthcare industry, and we need to root that out, absolutely. And right now, thousands of workers are trying to grift that system for even more money. Isn't that troubling? That's not what's happening, to be clear. It's the opposite. They're striking for better conditions. Okay. She added that Kaiser only faces 7% turnover compared to the industry standard of 21%, despite the effects of the pandemic. And that's because they're so smart. So again, they're keeping that fucking gun to their workers' heads, saying, "Are you gonna let babies die? But only strike for one day." That is one thing I wonder is, I mean, it could cause a lot of, because healthcare is so, you know, necessary and often on purely pragmatic timelines that a bunch of people striking for a day could create tremendous havoc. But it is kind of fucked up that they can't really, you know, they're only striking for, it's going to be hard to, I think, get what they want when they can only strike in like these limited amounts of time. I don't really know how you handle that. It's a fucked up situation. I guess they'll have to figure it out. Oopsie. You can't just claim that it's a kink, that you like rich daddies, and use that to have all these terrible opinions, Liliana. It's just a kink, though. Like, I support workers. I just have a kink for guys who don't. And right now I'm being real kinky. Or ladies who don't. Listen, rich despots come in all sorts of delicious flavors and genders. Well, you're very open-minded there, at least, Liliana. Yeah, my mind is wide open and ready. Okay, well, anywho, our prayers and thoughts are with all of the brave hospital owners weathering this storm of abuse from all of these picketers. And everyone else's hearts and mind, I'm assuming, are with the picketers and strikers. And I certainly hope they can get anything out of this. We'll see. We will see, Liliana. We will see. And with that, don't do my voice. With that incisive coverage, speaking my mind on behalf of the people everywhere who definitely agree with me, I'm Liliana, and have a beautiful Tuesday. She really does love a rich, wrinkled sack. I don't know why that's her thing, but it is. It's important to stay hydrated, guys. They're only asking for more help and a little bit of money. It's not a huge ask. Exactly. It shouldn't. I mean, $20 an hour for it sounds like they're willing to go up to 21 to 23 next year in selective areas. But that, I don't know. For the kind of work a lot of like nurses and nurses assistants and other people in hospitals have to do, they should definitely be getting at least $21 fucking dollars an hour. They're probably a lot more. Living in Los Angeles, granted, I could certainly live in a cheaper apartment probably, but living off $20 an hour in LA wouldn't. It's doable, but it's certainly not like pleasant or easy. If you have like kids or I don't know. And also, honestly, just hospital, like healthcare work in general, really is, especially working in hospitals, it's like can be pretty fucking brutal. It's just the things that you're around all day can be quite depressing. So I don't know. I'm certainly in favor of all workers getting a lot more money, but it really feels like if we're just fucking like frontline healthcare workers, we're not even willing to pay them a living wage, it's not a great sign for things. Well, what can you do? Let's see. What haven't I done recently? Well, let's kick it to the debate room floor. We'll round out the stream with a debate of your choosing, chat. You can decide what they're munching or crumbing on today. You want to talk healthcare, Taylor Swift, something completely new? The choice is yours, and they'll send us safely to my rest for the rest of the day. It's time for Munch and Crumb. What the hell was that? God damn it. Turn everything off. What was that? God damn it, Crumb. Huh? Alright, something is broken here. What? What the hell? I just let Liliana shit here for a minute. Is that her natural hair color? What's happening? Play my music and applaud me. Let's try this again. Bring it in. Ugh. I told you we are not allowed to have her on set. Not her. I'm Ralph Munchcut. You didn't update the score, by the way. So that's your first order of business. Update my motherfucking score. Anyway, we're debating the important issues of the day or whatever the fuck. I'm gonna win. Spoiler alert. Yeah, I know you like that. Sitting here, unfortunately, with me as always, it's Leonard Crumb, and it's great to be here. I'll update the score. Maybe I deserve to not get applauded because I said I would and I didn't. I forgot. My bad. I didn't know it was a cardinal sin for me to do it the next day. Excuses, excuses. He just updated. Had he not updated it from the time before that as well? What? Are you even tracking this score that you claim to care about so much, even though secretly I won every debate? I think this is right. I'm pretty sure. I don't trust you. With reason. With cause. If I was to fire you, it would be with cause. And that cause would be cause I wanna. Bitch. You can't fire me. I could own this place if I want. I could own this entire network. The push of a button. What button would you press the buy network button? That doesn't even make sense. I could own this whole. I could own all these screens. I could buy every light in this place. All of these believable, correctly proportioned lights. You know. Whatever. That's my new policy with you. Say crazy shit. Whatever. Nah, you mad. Whatever. That ain't gonna work. You can say whatever, but I can feel your soul screaming. Oh, I'm so upset. I'm really mad. I'm Crumb. Oh, I'm made out of glass. Don't drop a marble on me or I'll crack. Whatever. I ain't scared of this. I will puncture this wall of whatevers with the spear of facts and logic and truths. The lance of Longinus dicks. You know what I mean? Long ass dicks. Just try to make a weird biblical reference, but then you couldn't think of a word that sounds like ush and means penis. Because you know what I have to say to that? Whatever. Ugh. Is the Neon Genesis Evangelion reference. That show is referencing the Bible. It's a Bible reference. That's like when people think Here's Johnny is a reference to The Shining. Which it is, but The Shining was referencing Johnny Carson. Nobody gives a shit. It's a reference to Here's Johnny. Here's Johnny is a reference to Jack Nicholson doing cool shit. And Neon Genesis Evangelion is cooler than the Bible. Excuse me. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Middle America. I'm kidding. I love our proud Savior, Jesus Christ. I'm a proud Christian-ish father of thoughts. And I was kidding about that. We love jokes here. And I'm more Christian than this man. And I believe in sweet little, whatever age Jesus you want. You know? Whatever. Okay. Let's debate something. I want to get away from you. So I'm going to crush you in a debate. Oh, you're going to crush me. I'm going to crush you in a debate. Oh, you're getting upset now? Whatever, I'm not. Whatever. Whatever you'd like to see us debate, we will debate. So I saw something about, I already lost it. If you are a nurse not making a living wage, government should step up. That's true. Is it weird to have a crush on the clone of your mother? Is it a genetic clone? What other clone is there? Muhammad versus Jesus? I don't think I can touch that one. And as I'm on the record as saying I believe all religions are equal, and I'm on the record as saying that doesn't make sense because you believe Jesus Christ needs to save your soul or you'll go to hell. I do believe that. And you also believe all religions are equal. I believe all religions are in a way worshiping at the same altar, which is God our Savior. And we may speak in different dialects, but we, at the end of the day, we all worship the good, the greater good. But you also believe Jesus needs to save your soul or you're going to go to hell. And I do believe that as well. Is the NFL showing too much Swift? We all know Crumb is secretly a Swiftie. I'm proudly a Swiftie. I think she makes a lot of fun tunes. She's a real hit machine who's had relevance for over a decade. She's got multiple hits a year. I don't really know how you can argue against Taylor Swift. I think this is a false controversy. You can be a football fan and a Swiftie, and that's fucking nonsense. Taylor Swift has declared war on the NFL using her vagina. And I will absolutely side with the NFL. And I'm not picking a side. I'm saying the side is ridiculous. You're siding with Taylor Swift by refusing to admit that she's the enemy of football. Well, I guess we got to debate this because what you're saying is crazy. No, there's nothing to debate. It's a shilly, fake fight. It's a real fight. And we in the fucking trenches right now. And you are breaking ranks to switch to the side of the fucking Siths, busting out the red lightsaber, swirling it around your head like usual. Well, great. If we have a mod that doesn't mind making that poll, I guess my preferred phrasing, fucking Skinwalker, my preferred phrasing would be, I don't care about your preferred phrasing. The phrasing is Taylor Swift v. NFL, and I'm taking the side of the NFL. Well, just know that secretly the Taylor Swift side is just the side of this shouldn't be an argument at all. And it's ridiculous. Only thing that's ridiculous is your unwillingness to pick a side in fucking anything. Because you're hedging your bets to try to be liked, but nobody likes you. You're like, oh, I'll pick both sides. And both sides are vomiting. We're going to have to reopen the fucking vomitoriums, exhume them from a Roman grave so that the amount of vomit you produce can be maintained in a structure, in a public structure, purely existing for people to go to and vomit when they think of you. That's not what a vomitorium was, but I guess what you're saying is so stupid. Who cares? Okay, let's talk about this. Tweet Swift versus NFL. Too much Swift, not enough Swift. Look, to me, that's a debate I can handle. I prefer these terms. Fuck. Okay, well, obviously there's too much Swift. And great. There's why, like, she's not interrupting the game. As far as I'm concerned, every cutaway shot in a football game could be to Taylor Swift. And how would that be a detriment to the game? If what you claim to care about is the game, unless instead of showing the game, they're showing Taylor Swift, you literally have nothing to fucking complain about. Technically, all those cuts to the crowd should be an accoutrement that is completely unnecessary to you if you claim to be this stony-eyed psychopath that purely is in it for the love of the sport. So why could there be too much Taylor Swift? I say only cut to Taylor Swift every football game. Whatever she's doing, make the crowd shot Taylor Swift. And the crowd is an emblem of the fucking city that the team is playing in. You cut to the crowd because people are trying to take the room temperature of what their fellow sports fans feel. Nobody fucking feels what Taylor Swift feels. She's like a fucking alien at this point. She's the goddamn Taylor Swiftocracy. Whatever her feelings are alien to us mortals. Cutting away to her is a confusion, an unnecessary confusion in the middle of your, what should be easy to digest, American fucking football game. Only cut to the fattest dads and cutest babies during football games. You need to cut to families and couples worshiping at the altar of football appropriately. Any cut to Taylor Swift is fucking sacrilege. Nobody associates those two things together. At least they didn't. That's what caused this entire controversy. She is eroding the foundations of fucking football, which are guys that have painted their chests and lonely men in rooms ranting about fucking field goals and shit. And fuck, really? Really? We don't have football fans in the chat. We don't have fucking football fans here. I guess we don't, because they happen to agree with me, and that happens to be crumble.
I got that. I got that. When we
I got you, you piece of shit.
Out? No, this
got
is
it fucking compromised. Got your ass. Yes, boy. Been too long.
Hey! Your crumb belief. Shoot, wasn't there. In this world of disinformation.
I got nothing to say.
Bring reason
Just
to
whatever.
I challenge the status quo.
You don't feel whatever about it. And I'll admit, I don't either. I love that I beat you here. I love that I beat you here.
You me with your questions. What facts and
I mean, obviously, it was a
science,
complete asterisk as usual.
You say.
And this, you don't want to see this man this happy. They're loving my energy. Everybody's loving Crumb's energy today. All the crumb heads out there feeling crumbly, just like me. I'm just in a good mood. I'm in a good mood now, and it's okay as a man to show that you're happy sometimes. Maybe take a note, man. Oh, Jesus.
I already said a bunch of stuff, and I don't.
Jesus
I don't have
Christ.
the lyrics to fill this.
Look how happy you are now. Are you really happy?
You're unbelievable. Oh!
Yeah, I was playing possum.
You're unbelievable.
Watch, I'll do it again.
You're unbelievable. Oh! Hey, you there? You're unbelievable. You're unbelievable.
This man should never get the fucking win. This is a crime. Oh my God, shut that thing the fuck up. Too much. Obviously, there's too much tape. This is crazy. Any is too much. This is madness.
Did I not have enough lyrics?
The only madness.
Can you? You're just staring
that
at me.
We continue this charade of anyone entertaining your opinion for even a moment. The only madness is the fucking halo of ghost hair that orbits your disgusting fucking head every second that I have to look at you. Any lesser man would have already been minus 10,000 sanity points, but because I'm a brave warrior of virtue, I slog into this maze of your own fucking detritus and idiocy, and every day I still emerge unscathed like a golden fucking... God, don't do my voice. I'd say today was pretty crumbelievable. I'd say it's whatever. Whatever. No, you don't get to do it now. Whatever. No, that's my... I took it from you. Whatever. 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 I don't even like... You know, I don't like it anymore. Not my thing is nah. No, it's not. Nah. Whatever. Nah. Nah. No, you don't get it. I'm mine. That's all the time we have for it. I gotta get out of here. Not because I'm flustered by this man. I've never been flustered for a fucking second in my life. I will never kiss him. Chat, behave yourself. I will never kiss this man. I will become a giant. I will become a giant if I must. And crush him. I'm fine. I'm doing fine. I'm out of here. Damn, CB loves you dropping the sub right as it ends. Great. Sometimes it's nice to see Crumb win, I think. I don't pick a side. Much like Crumb, I don't pick a side, even though technically he picks a side every time. Stevie loves you. Thank you so much for the gifted sub. We're getting dangerously close to Deaf Musk poetry. And you know what? We'll all find out together, whatever that means. But it is a thing I will do at 50 subs, which we're close to now. But that feels like a stream to me. To me, 2 hours plus, that's a stream. Let's see who's on in the middle of the day. I have no idea. I'm usually not even on yet at this point. And you know what? While I do that, let's engage in the ritual sacrifice of our current producer, or you can keep them. Dealer's choice. Fiona's dog, how are you feeling? You feeling confident today?
Yeah? Whoa. Sorry. Oh, the frog. There we go. I feel normal.
Crapler, sorry, I got the helium in my throat again. Craplord Bastard Man, thank you so much for the gifted sub. I sincerely appreciate it. Sneaking one in, getting us even closer, 14 away. We don't have a mod. If we have a mod that doesn't mind making that classic Sorry, I just noticed that the auto Twitch playing thing is sponsored by Beekeeper. Mother doesn't mind making the poll. Do we want a new producer? Yes or no? Putting this beautiful dog's very job on the line.
And just to be clear, I don't super get what my job is, so really just vote however you like. I'm just a little dog with paws. So, I mean, it's sort of a win-win for me as long as I have a place to sleep. Until Fiona picks me up, which I'm sure she will.
She won't. She's never coming for you. I know that sounds really blunt. At this point, I'm seeing if bluntness as a tactic works on you. Because I know so fully that she's never coming for you.
And she will, though. I love that you test my faith in my sweet, sweet owner. Honestly, I appreciate it. But I know she's coming.
Fiona's dog has seen some serious shit.
Oh, yeah. I lived in alleyways for the first 2 years of my life. And not good ones. Not like nice alleyways. Not like a,
Yeah, what alleyways are nice alleyways?
I don't know, like, just like the rich side of Manhattan or whatever. It wasn't that one. I lived in the alleyway outside of a Popeye's chicken.
Oh my god. Whew. Well, best of luck then, dog. Looks like it's pretty evenly split right now.
Wow. I guess they like me.
I don't know.
I'm a buzzkill?
Sometimes you're a little bit of a buzzkill because you just are so needy.
I'm not needy. I'm just waiting for my mommy to come get me.
Oh my god. You also sound a little bit like a monster.
What? Why? What do you mean I sound like a monster? I'm just a cute doggy. Yay!
I'll let you guys decide what you want to do with this dog. I mean, hey. I like a good long-running champion. I'm a wrestling fan, baby. I say book long-term.
Well, that doesn't make sense. You just vote on it randomly at your whims.
Okay, you are getting how to be a producer.
What?
And good news, you get to stay.
Oh! Goody.
You seem excited.
I mean, I'm not unexcited, but you told me I could still sleep on a bed even if I'm not producer.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care. Honestly, Chet's the one that feeds you.
Yeah, Chet's like well, he's not like my owner. He does feed me and take care of me. He's like a buddy.
Really? I mean, it sounds like he's kind of being your owner. I just am a fan of animals. If I see an animal in need, I'm the foster, exactly. Because you're so fucking irresponsible, you're just letting a dog fucking jam his paws all over all this expensive ass equipment. I at least want him to do it on a full stomach. Doesn't mean I'm fucking Madre Teresa or some shit. I just am a man who is at one with nature and animals. That's nice, Chet. That's nice of you, man.
Yeah, I mean, thanks, Chet.
Chet is Fiona's doggy dad? Yeah, I mean, if Fiona's your mommy, can't Chet be your daddy?
Chet's my buddy.
I mean, Chet, are you okay with that? Yeah, he's my fucking bro, dude. You can feed your bros. Doesn't mean you're their owner. If I fucking bring you a sandwich, which I never would because I ain't your fucking assistant, then I wouldn't be your owner. I'd be being your bro. Okay. Well, that all makes sense. I didn't get to do shit today. Can I pick who we raid? Sure, take us home, Chet. I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. I'm gonna go take a shit. You didn't need to tell me that shit, man. God damn. You're unfiltered today, dude. It's like you're on a fucking podcast talking about putting P's in V's. Except not funny. Anywho, yeah, thanks for all the fucking support today. Sorry I wasn't on. Somebody didn't call to my ass. But let's raid fucking Bruce Green. I'm fucking in the mood to keep it green, baby. Dollar bills, man. Straight to fucking Bruce. What should we let him know? I don't know. I'm fucking not good at these raid messages, dude. Just let him know it's a cream raid. I think he probably associates Case with the fucking cream team or some shit. So let him know it's a fucking cream raid. Yo, let's put this fucking pin on, baby. Yeah. It's like I'm running for fucking office. But the office I'm running for is like, is fucking cool dude. Shit, it won't go through. Case fucked up the pin by leaving it out for too long. But just know he's got a little cream pin, and I think it looks great. And I think Exterminator gave it to him. I don't want to misrepresent who gave Case this pin, but it was when they did the meet and greet. Oh shit, oh fuck. Oh, my fingers. Fuck. I think I fucked up the pin with my fucked up hands. Sorry, dude. Okay, y'all. That's all we gonna have time for today. I think if Case streams, it'll have to be early because he's working Thursdays, but in the afternoon. But maybe he'll get his shit together to stream. If not, fortunately, I don't think he can do Friday, so we wouldn't be back till Monday. But maybe we'll see you tomorrow. And if not, dude, maybe Case can get his shit together and start doing stuff on YouTube. All right, peace out, everybody. Yeah.